Hi everybody, this is Kimberly with Beauty by Sewn. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are loving the vibe as you watch along, would love you to subscribe. I'm going for 10,000 subscribers. And I was so excited to jump on YouTube and talk to you about something I've been showing a ton on Instagram, which is the Nude on Nude. It's limited edition and it is at Nordstrom's here in the US. So it's exclusive at Nordstrom's, and look inside all of these gorgeous shades. You can see this is one of my favorites, this copper bronze shade. So I thought, you know what, I did my eyebrows, obvi, and wanted to show you how I would create an awesome look using this Nude on Nude palette. And this edition, the official name is Bronzed Nudes Edition. So it comes with 8 smaller shadows and 2 shadows on the top bar. There's this all over matte shadow and then an all over glow shadow, which I do much more than just eyes with. And then there's a mixtures of mattes, shimmers, deeps, and some metallic-y sparkles, which obviously I've been loving. So why don't we get started? I always start every eye look, no matter what shadow, no matter what I'm playing with, I start with a cream shadow base. And this is a little tester I got from Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. And this color is called Nude Beige. So I love the Nude Beige shade. And I'm applying that to my lower lid, which is from lash line to crease all over. Right into that inner corner. And you can see I carry quite a bit of darkness in this inner corner. So I'm gonna cover up that with concealer after. Another little tip I love to do is I line my under eye with the Longwear Cream Shadow Stick as well, because it's also priming my under eye for the eyeshadow I'm gonna apply underneath. The next thing that I do, actually, even before I go into shadows, is because I have no definition in my eyes, it's so blonde, I automatically, lately, I've been applying black ink Longwear gel eyeliner with an eyeliner brush. This is actually called an ultra fine eyeliner brush. And I go right up under my lash line. And right away, I can get a little bit more definition to my eyes. And it helps me see my eye shape. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of a dramatic eye for you today. So I am going to rim also the bottom line. If you don't wanna rim the bottom line, that's totally okay. I get a lot of questions from women saying, does that close up my eyes? So yes, if you have smaller eyes, don't put liner in the bottom, lower lash line, but everybody can always put it in the top, because wherever you put liner, so if you put liner on the top, that's gonna open up your eye. You put liner on the bottom, it pulls down your eye. So then you're making your eye bigger, per se, if you do top and bottom. But for smaller shaped eyes, putting liner in the inside of the bottom actually can close it up a little bit. So you can always just put a soft haze of color along the lower lash line. So I also have just been extending, do you see that, my liner on that outer corner? And so it looks like a little flick, do you see that? So we'll come back to some more black ink, but I find just putting the base on, doing my black ink liner right away, it sort of sets the base, I know where my eyelid is, and lining the eyes, it makes my eyes, again, a little bit more defined. So if you've been watching my videos, I'm obsessed with a couple of brushes from Bobbi Brown. This is the first one. It's the angled eyeliner. What's this one called? Yeah, sorry, angled eyeshadow brush. And I love this brush because I can apply color and blend at the same time. So I'm gonna build up my eye look, and I'm gonna start off with this really soft shade here. It's called Burnt Amber. So it's a nice soft wheat taupey shade. And I'm gonna stamp and sort of press the color onto my lower lid. And I'm really gonna make sure that I get the majority of color and payoff in the inner half of my eye versus not as much on the outer half of my eye here, because I'm gonna probably add a little bit more darkness. But you can see just by applying a light shimmer shade on my eyes. It really helps to brighten up the darkness that I naturally carry around my eyes. So again, I'm applying the shimmer, wash shadow, sort of to the center of my eye. And you know, as I get closer to 50, you can see here, do you see the skin? Wrinkly. So I just make sure to stamp and also apply color to the crease. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to take a little bit of the Frappe, which is a matte shade. And I really want to define my eye shape. So I'm looking straight ahead, you can see here in the mirror. And I'm starting out at the inner corner. And I'm right where, see where the brow meets that liner tip. And I'm blending the crease with my eye open. So you can see there, right? Pretty. So again, blending it with the crease in with my eye open. And I'm keeping that crease towards the outer half of my eye. So I'm not bringing the crease color in the inner half of my eye because that is much, I don't want to bring that darkness in at all. So blending back and forth. There we go. Now I'm going to go to my eye sweep brush because right away what I hate is when this crease color is sitting and you can kind of see that line. So that's where I'm gonna go for this bone eyeshadow, this big bar, and I'm using an eye sweep brush and I'm going to blend on the brow bone with that crease color to diffuse it so it's much more natural and diffused. So it's almost like a little eraser with the bone and the eye sweep. And the biggest trick I could say is when you have your bone and your eye sweep brush, just always use your light shades or your brow bone shades with you know, your eye sweep, and don't use other shades with it. So it stays, you know, you just know it almost as like your blender or your eraser smudger color. So you can, I'm actually going quite, the pressure is quite tough, and I'm blending it on that crease because I just don't want to see that line sitting in the crease. So you can see it's very soft. And now, you know, if you look at the shades I've only used, which is this Frappe and this shimmery shade, compared to the depth of colors here, you can see how much definition is actually popped with that black ink liner. So let's now amp it up a little bit. Again, when you're building looks, start with the lighter and go into deeper because you can always go deeper. It's hard to take deep colors off. So I'm now gonna add and layer this copper chocolate. And I've gone to a fluffier brush, this eyeshadow brush, which is a lot looser. And that way I'm getting a little bit more diffused color on my eye. And you can see here, I'm taking that copper, copper chocolate, and I'm just blending it right at the crease. Right there at the crease. Right there, crease, crease. And just to bring that definition. I'm gonna bring, you know, I hate to say the word V, but I'm bringing a little bit of the color like a V at that outer corner. You see that? And you can see again, do you see how that chunk of shadow is just sitting there? Ugly. So I'm bringing the color towards that outer half. There we go. And now, what brush can you imagine that we gotta go to next? You know it, the eye sweep brush. So I'm gonna, again, grab my eye sweep brush with the bone shadow and just blend, blend, blend. Pretty. And again, just with that bone and the eye sweep brush, blend, blend, blend. See? There. So again, you always just want to start with the lightest shade, go into the darkest, and know you can go for more. Now what we want to do is I want to build up a little bit on the liner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, where is my little favorite brush, is this Smoky eyeliner brush. And I'm actually going to wet it with just some water. Yeah, and you can see I'm actually getting quite a bit of fallout. So I find that's why I do my foundation and concealer after I've done my makeup, if I have time. So I'm going to take a little bit of the black chocolate, which is this flat, matte, rich tone, with the Smoky eyeliner brush. And I'm going to just stamp and apply liner across the lash line. And bringing out the liner as far as I can here at that outer corner. And then I'm going to bring that liner also with the dry, you know, that damp brush that's kind of drying up a little bit. And I'm just running it back and forth over. And so you see I'm getting this nice sort of hazy look around my eye. So again, I'm going to get a little bit of water on my Smoky eyeliner brush, go back and forth. Just want you to be able to see that back and forth in the black chocolate. And starting here at the outer corner, it's amazing how much darker the eye makeup looks on the film versus in real life. But I'll take a final picture and post it so that you can see. I definitely always post stills on my Instagram, and then you'll be able to see in the video as well. I try to post a still sort of as a final shot in the Instagram video. So here I am, again, I've got the Smoky eyeliner brush, and I'm just running it along the lower lash line, the top lash line. There we go. And just gently going back and forth. I find, especially as my eyelid gets more textured, I tend to try to use a really soft pressure because the skin is getting looser and looser. I find the harder the pressure, the more the skin moves. So the softer the pressure, the better. Now I'm going for my final favorite color, which is this, ooh, it's called actually not bronze copper, it's called pink copper. And I am just going to take that over the whole lid so that it's just a wash of pretty copper on the lid. A wash of pretty copper on the lid. There we go. So pretty. And I'm just actually diffusing here my crease color with even a little bit of a tighter brush so I don't see that line. I just hate it when I see that crease line. So before I go to mascara, because I find when I look, I'm like, it looks kind of dark. What I want to do is I want to help just sort of clean up my eye area. So I always keep eye cream at my eyes. And I am just cleaning up my, any fallout that's come through. And then I always realize how dark in here my natural under eye is. And then just cleaning up any extra makeup that's fallen, and using eye cream with a Q-tip is the best to clean up everything. There we go. And I also like to make sure too, you see my eye makeup here,